I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is known, either in the form of the short story, or the point and click video game, or the radio drama. People know about I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and they're fans of it. And for good reason. It's a good short story. And honestly, with part of my little soapbox here, with everything involving generative AI, this is the kind of shit that we need to be aware of. Whereas although based on that one meme that I'm sure some of you have heard of, we have finally built the Torment Nexus from the well-known sci-fi story Do Not Build the Torment Nexus. Because like the whole section where he's talking about the great bird that Am created, and he's like, where did he get the idea? Because as a machine, he would not have been able to come up with that himself. What piece of human knowledge did he take it from? Because that's really it. Generative AI is just really bad collages. It's ugly. It has no soul. Like, I would rather see the pieces of modern art that people make fun of for, like being pretentious, for having no meaning, for being ugly, for the whole, oh, my kid could do this. Now, don't misunderstand. Art is art. Even if I don't understand it or appreciate it, there's effort. There's effort being done. Writing a prompt, that's not fucking effort. Anyone can come up with a prompt. But the creation, that itself is human. Even if it's a doodle. I've done lots of creative work. I've done like little creative projects. I've done commission work, and I just make doodles. Because even if I can't draw, I can at least express an idea through a doodle, and it is understood. It may not be very good, subjectively, but it is clear what I am creating, what idea I'm trying to convey. And that is something that generative AI cannot do and will not do. And by what I have seen and what I have heard from professional industry and indie artists and animators, the only real benefit that generative AI can do is in-betweens and cleanup and color work. It has potential in there. It's not there yet, but that is grunt work and trudgery that could benefit artists. Although you also have to acknowledge that removing removing entry work is going to cripple you for the future, because then all the people that were doing that aren't going to have a foot in the door for like moving upward. I'm gonna cut it there because I could go on, but it's just repeating myself at this point. And I always try to call it generative AI, or at least fairly recently I try to call it generative AI, because there are AIs that are beneficial, like analytical AI. That like in medical, in maybe Google Lens, I think that's technically analytical AI. That's okay. That is a tool. That is what AI is supposed to be, a tool, not a replacement for a human fucking being. So yeah, again, some forms of AI are okay when used as tools. Like when I do videos and audio, technically some of the voice mods that are available to me are marked AI because it will shift your voice enough to sound like something completely different. But it's still my voice, my talking that is behind it. The AI is a tool coloring my voice, if you want to think of it that way. But it's still me giving the performance. So again, AI as a blanket isn't inherently bad. Generative AI needs to be destroyed. It needs to just be unmade. It's unacceptable. I will not accept it. I will be racist towards AIs. I will do the whole fuck you clankers deal. I don't care if I'm like first against the wall when the robot uprising takes over. I just won't. I have been interested in forms of art since forever, predominantly in storytelling. And when I was a kid, I was pretty much just called like a couch potato because I liked watching shows. I liked watching movies. I liked the stories. I liked the tales. Like, I went to college for creative writing, for God's sake. Not that much came of it, but that's a tale for another time. You don't need to hear that now. Yeah. Storytelling is my preferred form of art. It is the one whose language I understand the best. And so that's how I consume a lot of art, is through that lens. And to those of you watching, I hope that you are able to find your form of art that you click with. And you don't even have to be quote unquote good at it. You don't have to be professional grade. You can remain an amateur because amateurs do it for the love. And love is never wrong.